One.
Welcome back to the next series of videos. Now I'll be coming up with 4 or 5 videos on identification of rocks. I have already shared you at least 4 or 5 videos on identification of minerals based on their physical properties in hand specimen. Now we will have identification of rocks on the basis of physical properties. And in this, first of all, I will give you a brief introduction, how to identify a rock, how to move, how to go for that. And then I will take up one by one, that is igneous rock, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Now if you can see this board, I have divided this board into 2 halves. One is for different properties which we use for identification of minerals. These physical properties are color, form, luster, streak, fracture, cleavage, hardness, specific gravity and special properties. You have already made some home assignment on the important minerals which are called as rock forming minerals and their physical properties. Now when we come to identification of rocks, we have to have a new set of physical properties. And this I have divided into 5 parts, 5 major parts. One is color, that is the first property you see whenever we have a rock or mineral in our hand. Then we will see what kind of structure it has. Now structure means here form, but the form for mineral is different. It is overall shape of the mineral as far as form in minerals are concerned. Here form means the rock is layered or non-layered. Does it have a structure or it does not have structure? That is, it is layered, that means it has a structure, or non-layered, that means it doesn't have any structure. So that is a very important property. Then we will see that what is the interrelationship of constituent minerals, that we call texture. I have already defined you what exactly the texture is, what exactly the structure is. Here we are talking of a structure which is primary structure, not the secondary structure which is the result of deformation of rocks. So in texture we have to see many different properties, that is size of the minerals, variation in size, shape of the mineral and angularity of the minerals. Then we will see that what is the overall texture of the rock. That will let us understand that this rock is igneous, metamorphic or sedimentary. Then we will try to see the mineral composition of the rocks. What minerals are present in that particular rock. That will also give us an idea of identification of rock. And then some rocks will have special properties. We will see that if any of those special properties are present in that rock, then it will let that rock to be identified more easily than the absence of any special feature. Now as such, there is no thumb rule as far as identification of rocks are concerned. For minerals, we have some set norms. We have very set norms for identification of minerals, but it is difficult to identify rock. There is no set norms, there is no set method of identification of rocks. It comes to you with experience. Depending upon as many rocks as you see, you will be able to identify the rocks easily. Now one very important point which I would like to tell you is that identification of rocks starts from the field. Sometimes it is very easy to identify a rock in the field, because in the field you see many different features which cannot come into a small size of sample. For example, if rock is layered and the layering is at 1 feet, you cannot see that in the hand specimen. But in the field you can see the layering. And if there is a layering in the rock, that can tell you that this rock may be sedimentary or metamorphic. So the identification of rocks is start from the field, then you see the rock in hand specimen. You can use hand lenses, magnifying glass to see the texture, and then ultimately the exact way of identification of rock rests with the thin section. We have to make thin slices of the rock. We have to make thin slices of the rock. Then we have to put that thin slice on this glass slide. Then we have to rub this glass slide so that the slice of the mineral which we have put here is less than 0.03 millimeter thick. And then we see that sample under microscope. I will be showing you the perfect slide. This is the adhesive which we use for making slide. This is the slice of a rock. We will fix it by putting it on the heater. You can see this is a heater. On this heater we used to melt this adhesive and then fix this rock here, and then we rub it, and we use different abrasives. We use different abrasives. You can see we have different abrasives of different grade. Mostly they are aluminum carborundum powder, and by rubbing this on different grain size, then we make a thin slice of minerals, and we study that in the rock. We study rocks as well as minerals both under microscope to get the exact nature of that very mineral or the rock. So that is the brief introduction which I have given to you. Now I will tell you that what are the steps which we have to follow for identification of rocks. First of all, you will see the color of the rock. Is it having what shade? Is it light? Is it light? Is it medium? Or is it dark? For this we have some terms: leuco, meso and melano. These are the terms with this word chromatic, which is meaning color. So we have to see that the rock is light colored, medium colored, dark colored. Then what kind of shade it is having. Sometimes you may have pinkish shade, sometimes you may have greyish shade, sometimes you may have greenish shade. So you have to put the shade first by putting word ish as suffix, and then the body color. Whatever body color you are seeing of that rock, that can be written. Then second most important thing which we will try to see, if that rock is layered or non-layered. If the rock is layered, we can doubt it to be sedimentary rock or foliated metamorphic rock. But if the rock is non-layered, then we will doubt it to be igneous rock and non-foliated metamorphic rock. So we have to decide at this very level that are we identifying an igneous rock or metamorphic rock or sedimentary rock. Then we will see the texture of igneous rock, the texture of metamorphic rock and the texture of sedimentary rocks are slightly different. In fact, sedimentary rock texture is very much different from the texture of igneous and metamorphic rock. You know, both of these textures, they are interlocking. So we have to check that if it is interlocking, then we will go for igneous and metamorphic rock. If it is granular, then we go for sedimentary rock. And then we will try to see the what you call mineral composition of the rock. Okay, so we will go step by step, and then we will see that how best we can identify rocks. All rocks cannot be identified in hand specimen. Only some 50 rocks can be identified in hand specimen. You can see on this table we have many different rocks. And we can identify them by following some of these methodology, some of these parameters. But definitely it comes with experience. The identification of rocks comes with experience. That's all from my side as an introductory lecture.